Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, July 27th, 2017. Over the next few days, we're looking for a continuation of isolated to scattered thunderstorms across the Great Basin. Some of these will be a mix of wet and dry, and some of them will certainly be on the wet side. For today, we're looking for wet thunderstorms across Idaho and the southern Great Basin. And on Friday, thunderstorms will clear out of the north, but will continue across the southern Great Basin and even push a little bit further northward into central Nevada. The thunderstorms tomorrow in central Nevada may be on the drier side. On Saturday into Sunday, that limited moisture pushes further northward into northern Nevada and even western Idaho for a return of generally dry thunderstorms to those regions. Wet thunderstorms will continue, particularly over central and eastern Nevada and across portions of southern and eastern Utah. Yesterday was a pretty active day for thunderstorm coverage, pretty much region-wide. There were a few cells pop up over southern Idaho that produced over an inch of precipitation, as well as some heavy producers over eastern Nevada. Light initial attack was observed yesterday with new fires popping up over western Idaho and western Nevada. The observed precipitation amounts for the past 14 days are shown here, with the actual amounts on the left and the percent of average on the right. This does not include the precipitation from yesterday, which would show higher amounts over Idaho, but does show the good amount of moisture we've received across the southern Great Basin for the last few weeks. ERCs are on the downward trend region-wide, even across the north, with some of the precipitation that moved through yesterday. Values remain below the 50th percentile across the south and east, and just a bit higher elsewhere across the north. These values should continue to come down a bit across the north, with some precipitation moving through there again today, and then with some dryness moving in, they should stabilize for a little bit. This morning's satellite imagery shows the center of the high pressure located to the south and east of the Great Basin, with a little wave moving through Idaho this morning that will help initiate some convection across the state there, particularly over the higher elevations and the east. Over the next few days, this high pressure will draw closer to the Great Basin, bringing temperatures back up above normal and opening the door to some monsoonal moisture once again. The forecast for this afternoon shows that little wave moving through Idaho, kind of exiting off to the east by late in the day, with some drier air moving into far western Nevada. No high-risk triggers have been issued for this afternoon, as most thunderstorms will generally be on the wet side. Minimum relative humidities have come up over the past few days over much of central and eastern Great Basin. However, humidities remain in the teens across western Nevada. Best chance for wet thunderstorms this afternoon will be over the central Idaho mountains and some higher elevations over the southeast portion of the state, with isolated to scattered thunderstorms over eastern Nevada and much of Utah also this afternoon. On Friday, that area of high pressure strengthens and moves just a little bit back towards the west, for a better chance of thunderstorms moving a little bit further north into Nevada, with drying across the north. No high-risk triggers have been issued for Friday. Relative humidities will still remain driest over western Nevada, and we'll see some drying in western Idaho as well, with continued chance for thunderstorms over the higher elevations of Idaho, central and eastern Utah, and still expecting thunderstorms over central and eastern Nevada. Some of the thunderstorms on the leading edge across central Nevada may be on the drier side as that moisture begins to move a little bit further north. On Saturday, a better shot of some moisture moves a little bit further north and west into the Great Basin, and some of these storms could be on the drier side moving into northwest Nevada and southwest Idaho. High-risk triggers have been issued for the chance of some of these drier thunderstorms. Relative humidities will still be in the teens across the west, and we'll see some drying spread into eastern Idaho and northwest Utah as well. Thunderstorm coverage will be decreasing across the north and over Utah, and increasing across central and northern Nevada. The 3-day precipitation accumulations will be highest over the central Idaho mountains, western Wyoming, and some of the higher elevations of Utah, as well as the Arizona Strip. Nevada will stay on the drier side for the next few days, although some storms certainly will produce some precipitation, especially over the central and eastern portions of Nevada. On Sunday, moisture continues to spread northward into Idaho for a better chance of some isolated to scattered mix of wet and dry thunderstorms over the western half of that state. Thunderstorm coverage will begin to decrease over western Nevada, On Monday, drier air spreads across the north for decreasing thunderstorm coverage across the northern half of the Great Basin, while moisture in place across the south will continue to keep thunderstorms in the forecast there. On Tuesday, it looks like there is a chance of some more moisture making it back up into Idaho for more afternoon thunderstorms, with drier air moving into the central and southern Great Basin. By the middle of next week, a tropical storm off the California coast continues to move northward, which may encourage moisture to move up into southern California and western Nevada. This is about a week out, so we'll certainly be watching this moisture feed and any changes that come to the forecast. The 7-day precipitation accumulations don't differ much from the 3-day accumulations, as many of the storms that move further west and north over the weekend will be on the drier side, with dryness returning for the first part of next week. The extended forecasts from the Climate Prediction Center are calling for above normal temperatures region-wide, especially over Nevada, with an above normal chance for precipitation mainly over Nevada and Utah, with drier conditions across central Idaho. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.